Paris Fashion Week Spring 2026 unfurled like a couture corsage on the City of Light's grandest boulevards, a whirlwind of whispers, weaves, and wonder where hemlines hiked high and hierarchies humbled. This season's salons, from the houseman haunts of historic houses to avant-garde ateliers echoing the Seine siren song, drew a diaspora of divas, a constellation of icons whose arrivals turned catwalks into celestial soirees. Mugler, that bastion of bodycon boldness, magnetized a murderer's row. Pamela Anderson, the Baywatch bombshell reborn as Bohemian Bard, slinked in a silver siren suit that sculpted her silhouette like liquid mercury, her platinum tresses a tousled tribute to 90s nostalgia. Beside her, Elizabeth Berkley, the Saved by the Bell siren turned silver screen sage, shimmered in structured shoulders and a sheath that screamed showgirls redux, her presence a poignant palindrome of pop culture cycles. Naomi Watts, the ethereal exponent of emotional epics from Mulholland Drive to The Impossible, opted for opalescent overlays, her blonde bob a beacon amid the black tie throng. Emma Chamberlain, the Gen Z gadabout whose vlogs vaulted her from coffee clatch to couture court, channeled chambermaid chic in Mugler's Micro Mini, her signature smirk subverting the severity. Eva Herzigova, the 90s supermodel whose Hello Boys bra ad birthed a billion-dollar backlash and boon, returned resplendent in retrofuturist ruffles, her ageless allure a testament to time's elastic edge. Griff, the British breakout whose bedroom pop ballads blend Billie Eilish brooding with Dua Lipa dazzle, grounded the glamour in grunge-gilded denim, her fresh-faced fervor a foil to the frocks. Balmain's Bastille of Baroque beauty beckoned Anitta, the Brazilian bossa nova bombshell whose hips hypnotize from Carnival to Coachella, in a beaded bodysuit that bossed the room, her curves a conquest of cultural crossroads. Cara Delevingne, the model muse turned thespian tornado from paper towns to life in a year, draped in deconstructed decadence, her brows arched in eternal irony. Nikki Hilton Rothschild, the socialite savant whose Rothschild roots run deep as her designer's eye, embodied equestrian elegance in embroidered equestrian wear, a nod to Balmain's baronial heritage. Olivia Palermo, the style siren whose street-style supremacy spans a decade, parsed the palette in pastel power plays, her poise a perpetual Pinterest pin. Alton Mason, the male model's milestone maker, first black Chanel face, muscled through in metallic mesh, his stride a statement on Spectrum's span. Taylor Hill, the Victoria's Secret veteran whose wings winged her to wanderlust, winged it in winged epaulets, her lithe limbs a launch pad for the label's legacy. Tom Ford's Tom Tom of Temptation told for Kylie Jenner, the Kardashian queen whose contouring conquered cosmetics, in a crimson corset that cinched her cosmos, her pout a perpetual provocation. Paris Jackson, the king of pop's poetic progeny, poeticized in paisley prints, her intricate interweave of heritage and haute. Janet Jackson, the Rhythm Nation rhythmist whose Together Again tugs timeless tears, togethered with Rita Ora, the Albanian British belter whose Anywhere anthems Anywhere eyes allure, in Ora's amber organza that ambers from obsidian to opal. Kate Moss, the waif wonder whose 90s notoriety never noted in noir negligee, her lithe legend lingering. FKA Twigs, the avant-altarista whose cellophane's fragility, fragile D in feathered filigree, twigs twisting into transcendence. Pamela Anderson Redux at Ford, this time in Pythoness, her Redux a riddle of reinvention. Gabriella Hearst's verdant visions verdanted Laura Dern, the Jurassic jurist whose Big Little Lies lied big on prestige in grass-green gabardine that grew on you. Olivia Palermo palindromed here too, in prairie palettes that paled the prairie. Denai Gurira, the Wakanda warrior whose Black Panther black-powdered box office, blacked out in bold bas-relief, her regal resolve resounding. Dior's Domain demystified Jennifer Lawrence, the Hunger Games huntress hungering for haute, in hunger-era homage with hunger's high collar, her quiver quelled by quietude. Anya Taylor-Joy, the Queen's Gambit gambiteer whose chess checks checkmated in chessboard checks, her porcelain poise a pawn's promotion. Willow Smith, the whip-smart scion whose wait a minute waited no time for wisdom, whipped up in whip-stitched whimsy. Johnny Depp, the Edward Scissorhands scissorer whose pirate's pirouette persists, pirouette in pirate plush velvet, his rings a riddle of roguery. Michelle Monaghan, the impossible missioner whose missions mystified in misty moire. Rosamund Pike, the gone girl gone glamour, gone in gold galloon. Jisoo, the Blackpink blossom whose K-pop kaleidoscoped in kimono-kissed chiffon. Carla Bruni, the supermodel siren turned stateswoman, siren songed in silk serenades. Charlize Theron, the atomic blonde atomizer whose bombshells bombed in blush bombers. Jenna Ortega, the Wednesday woe weaver whose woes wowed and widow's weeds rewoven. Rosalía, the flamenco fusionist whose malamenti malaments modernity, malament in malachite mantles. Taylor Russell, the waves wave whisperer whose waves washed in wave-patterned weaves. Mikey Madison, the scream screamer whose screams scintillate, screamed in scarlet screams. Stella McCartney's sustainable sanctum sanctified Johnny Depp's encore in eco-embroidery, his scissor hands sheathed in silk. Helen Mirren, the dame of dramatic dames whose, the queened in quilted quiescence. Cara Delevingne deconstructed again in Distella denim dreams. Dylan Penn and Robin Wright, the Penn-Wright dynastied in dual denim diptychs. Paris Jackson jacked in jackboot jackets. Ice Spice, the Y2K yipster whose munched memes, munched in metallic munchies. Becky G, the Latina lightning whose showered sparks, showered in sequin showers. Corregia's cosmic couture Cosmode Naomi Watts in warp-weft whites, her waves waving cosmic. Emma Chamberlain chambered in chamber couture. Kim Petras, the trans trailblazer whose unholy-fied hits, unholy in ultraviolet Eunice. Louis Vuitton's voyageur visions voyaged Zendaya, the dune diva whose dunes dazzle in dune drift drapes. Emma Stone, the La La Land lalaer whose lalas linger lalaed in lavender layers. Lisa, the black-pink lilt whose lilted in lotus lace. Ana de Armas, the blonde blondie whose blondes bonded in buttery buttercreams. Sophie Turner, the Sansa Stark whose starked in steel Sansa. Phoebe Dynevor, the Bridgerton bridger whose bridged in blush bridges. Leah Seydoux, the spectre whose specters spectred in spectral silvers. Jennifer Connelly, the labyrinthin whose labyrinths lured in labyrinth lace. Jaden Smith, the fresh prince whose freshness freshened in frescoes. Shay Mitchell,